We're going to graph, fully graph sine and cosine functions now. You can see, you guys don't have this page. That function right there, you can see how much is added to what we've already done. Okay, a sine b times x minus c plus d. So we're getting a full family of functions. Look at the sine and cosine functions now. And I'm going to show you how to graph these using what's called a window pane. Honestly, it's really difficult for me to graph these until I learned this method just a couple of years ago, and now it's pretty straightforward and easy. Okay, so basically you graph your window and you throw it on a grid, and you're done. Okay, the location of everything, and I'll show you this in more detail here, is based on the amplitude and the period and the left and right and up and downs. Okay, so first of all, just as a friendly reminder, this is what you're going to be looking at. Okay, your sine wave and cosine waves, these are the standard parent functions, right? This is if A is positive for sine, the amplitude, if the amplitude is negative, it flips it. But what you can see is all we're doing is shrinking, stretching, and we're going to move it up and down and throw it on a coordinate grid. Should. Yeah, that's not correct. So I get those feeling things from people. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and fix it. Thanks, Canyon, because I didn't even realize that myself. So if cosine is negative, it should look like that. Okay. I'm going to show you an example using that function right there. Can you guys see it? So if you're taking notes here, please do write that function down. Okay, first step is to identify your A, B, C, and D. We need those values. Right. CD is going to form a coordinate. So that coordinate, in this case, is 1, 1. Okay. So if you draw your grid, mine's going to be a little bit small, actually. Okay, 1, 1. There's a point, right? So that's CD. A is our amplitude, right? It's the same that we've been studying. So I'm going to go up 2 and down 2. you can see that I'm starting to form. This will be the left side of our window pane. All right. The only other thing we need is 2 pi over b. This is our period. Okay. So what's b in our case? 3. And this is where we have to scale our x-axis. All right, so we need 2/3 pi. How should we scale our axis? Yeah, that'll work. Nope. Hold on. Let's correct those. What is 2 pi over 3 as a decimal? Let's go with that route. Anybody tell me? 2.09? Okay, thanks. So if this is 1, 2, this will be 3. We need to go to 3.09. So here's our window pane. Okay. So this point was 1 on the x. I need to go 2.09 more than that. That gives me my period, or the width. So here's my halfway mark. CD was 1, 1. So that's translating it up 1. That's what the D does. That's going to be my midline. And then it's a sine function. So all I have to do now is draw it in my window. Okay. So the window helps you place your sine function, because we're stretching and shrinking up and down, left and right, moving all over the place. So the first thing we did was plot CD 1, 1, right? The second thing we did was use the amplitude to go up and down. Then we calculated the period to see how wide the window was. Okay, and then number 4, we draw our window and graph the function. Okay. You okay with that process? Do you want me to do one more? Just for good measure, I'll do a cosine. Just make one up. All right, let's do g of x. All right, we'll go with that function. Okay, remember parent functions. If it's paired with the x, it goes opposite to the left or right. So this is going left 1, right? Correct? And this one out here is going down 2. So this is the same parent function methods that we've used in the past for translating the function. It's just this 2 and the 0.5 that are different, but we've already kind of gone over those. So we have an A, a B, C, and D. The point CD is -1, -2. So remember, it's opposite here and the same here. I'm going to draw my grid as such because I know that we're going to be below the x-axis. So graph your point here. Do you need to catch up? Pretty good. Okay, so we're going to graph this point, -1, -2, and then we're going to use our amplitude, 0.5. So we're going to go up a half and down a half. So we've formed our left side of our window there. And now all we need is our period. Our period is 2 pi over 2, which is pi units, right? Or 3.14. So we need to go 3.14 units in this direction. So somewhere around here, right? And then you can finish drawing your window. And remember, it's a cosine function, so we're like that. Any questions? Okay, if you want, you can repeat right, you can just continue on because that function will continue on, but you can just place a window if you want to repeat it. Okay, so that's the full family of functions representation of a sine or cosine graph. Okay. Here's your homework. Just so you have it. From the sheet I gave you in class here, I want you to finish 1 through 4. As soon as those are done, we'll go grab the computers. Hopefully you'll have some time to work on your projects. Okay. So 1 through 4 done. When you're done with those, you can work on your project. And your homework, of course, you can leave it till later, or you can work on it now.